My name is Mary Partin. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Dan Marino Foundation. We had begun the Dan Marino Center, which opened in 1998. Today it sees 60,000 visits a year. And as time went on, the people who had been treated there, they were becoming teenagers and young adults transitioning from school. We started to receive calls that they were sitting home, there wasn't a technical school or a post-secondary they could go to. And so right around 2011, we really began to look at, okay, what sort of programs and services could we provide? This is a post-secondary program that was very specific and designed to be a college. When you walk in, you have a student union, you have your bistro, and we mimic to give something that we just couldn't find in South Florida. And the certifications. I never wanted to give away a diploma or a badge. I wanted the same thing that I would go get if I were going into a school. What's available here at the campus is really a holistic approach. And there's the full 16-month program, which there's 10 months of academics and then your internships, and then there's a follow-along of 6 months while someone goes to the job, and then there's a fading way of that. But there's also beginning to be courses that are individual. So they may already be working, but they really want to take and move up in a job or have a different job. And so do you want to come in and take a Microsoft course? Or do you want to come in and get your Safe Serve for hospitality?
Serve the table, yes, like Kenny.
She asked, are you enjoying your meal, sir? There you go.
And our career department is a major department also, and a big part of the success of the young people here. The average employment for the population we serve is about 13 to 17%, and it has been for the past 2 decades. What could we do to change that? And so then we began to study what are the causes, what are the greatest challenges, one being interviewing for that job. Our young people could never get through the interview. They didn't have any frame of reference for it. And so then I thought, okay, if we build avatars where people could practice, with the avatars, you have 6 different avatars, you have different backgrounds, and 3 different dispositions. So you might meet the potential employer, and they're very, very nice. And then you might meet one that's very neutral, and then you might meet one that's hostile.
Why don't you start by telling me about yourself?
My name is Chevres. I'm 19. I am a student here at Marino Campus.
Thanks for coming in.
That's been a huge piece of the success of them getting that employment. Today we run 78% employment. What you have here is you come here, but not only for the skills for the job itself, but even more importantly, it's the skills, the social skills, the communication skills, the things that are so important in sustaining that employment.
I am Nicole Chevres, and my son is Eric Chevres, who's a student here. Eric had issues with other peers, just socially, not any kind of other issues, but didn't know how to interact with them. Coming to the Dan Marino campus, they've been teaching him slowly how to interact and be more independent and not so clingy to me as his mom. They've kind of slowly, as the months have gone by, have taught him to start to just be more kind of independent on just walking into the school. His interest was computers, and he always loved Apple products, and he's pretty good with his iPad and stuff. So when they offered him the program here to be in the CHN program, they are teaching him how to build and cybersecurity and take apart a computer, put it back together, and it's tweaked his interest. He is more social. He's hung out with some of the kids here off campus. They invite him to do things, and he gets very excited. While he's here, they have clubs on Fridays. He enjoys being with them and doing different things. When they have parties, he involves himself more than what he did before. The resources here are really good. They are very helpful, and they communicate with us, and they try to make sure that they have the independence and they learn what they need to do to live an adulthood life. All the teachers here have been very helpful. He has a lot of medical issues, so he's learned on how to cope with them. One day we won't be here, so he needs to learn to do what he can on his own. We try to let him do as much as he can, including at home, just basic needs, and here, just basic needs of what, going to eat or reading a menu or just, going to work. We hope that he can get a job, an office job, where he can go 9 to 5 like a regular person, be able to do well and, you know, get a paycheck, earn his own money so he knows what he needs to do, and hopefully he'll learn as time progresses because he needs to be able to figure out how to be on his own.
Many of the students, not only the students, but the families, never ever thought their child would go to college, you know, would go and have that post-secondary experience. So the minute you hit that door, there's hope and there's belief that your child, who you have struggled for 20 years to be sure that they had all the accommodations and that they would be successful, and, you know, they were sitting on the couch 3 months ago because there was nowhere to go. Well, now there is. Take that risk and that hope and know that your child can do it. There is a place and there is work and there is life for your young person. You see that transformation where they feel respected, and then they respect themselves and believe in themselves, and it really opens up the whole idea of hope, possibility, opportunities for whatever they want to do. They believe that they can achieve it, and they do.